City won the treble, but just like that, football is back. Manchester City play Arsenal in the Community Shield in a few hours' time. How are you all doing? Good morning. Welcome back to another day, another game of football. The season is actually here. It feels like it was just yesterday that Rodri put the ball in the back of Inter Milan's net. Onana flapping. City completed the treble. God, it really does feel like yesterday. But we're back, we're up and running again. This is it. Season starts right now. As Ashley said, one of 8 trophies. What are those 8 trophies? Community Shield. It's 8 Community Shield, Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. My head's gone. What are the 8 trophies? It surely can't be 8 trophies. I am literally exhausted. So, what are the trophies? Super Cup, World Club Cup, Community Shield, Champions League, FA Cup, Premier League, Carabao Cup. 7. It's 7, surely, isn't it? 7 trophies City could win. 7 trophies City could win this season. Absolutely mad. Imagine obviously we won't win 7 trophies, but imagine if we did. Imagine if we did. I would really love to win the Super Cup, by the way, and the Club World Cup, because they sort of like follow on from last season. They're added to last season's tally, so you get like, we would have won 5 trophies as a result of last season, if that makes sense. Oh, that would be amazing. Anyway, good morning to everyone. Are you well? I have not slept very well last night, so I am a little bit groggy today, but I'm looking forward to it later. I will be doing a watch along later as well. Looking forward to doing that game, so I will be live around 3:30 or something like that, so we'll hopefully see some of you guys there. Of course, today we will be going through this game and looking at what Gvardiola's been saying and talking about this game. And is this a big game? Do you want to win this game? I know you want to win it, but is it a big game? Like, how do you feel about the size of this game? You know, are you taking it seriously? Obviously, there's the new man, Gvardiol, of course. We're all riding the Gvardiol hype train. I'm not sure if he'll be involved or not. I've got a feeling he might just be sat in the stands for this one. But it's still obviously a really interesting angle, isn't it? Gvardiol, of course, is just is a world-class signing. A world-class signing, by the way. The hunger that he'll bring to this team is off the charts, which I can't wait for. Arteta, of course, was chatting about this, by the way. Arteta said, we're very excited to play a final and have the opportunity to win a trophy against a team that is the team to beat. They were the best in Europe last season. We know the standards on how we need to win the game, but we're very excited. So he called it a final, and it is a final for them. Matoma at City, we will see, Edward. Yeah, I saw the rumours going around this morning. I would take Matoma, by the way. I would take Matoma. I have a feeling he might leave Brighton as well. We will see. Especially now they just signed Kudus as well. Anyway, let's get to the press conference quotes from Gvardiol, because Gvardiol was in good form in the press conference. He was chatting loads on Friday. I'll bring them up right now. Let's jump over to, where are we going? Let me get them on the screen. Here we go. A lot of it was just talk about, of course, the transfer market at the time. How he was saying he's not sure if they're finished. He obviously hinted at Gvardiol as well. And, of course, Gvardiol came in, so that was a totally prescient hint there at all. He talked about having 6 centre-backs. It's so long, so 6 is not too much. He talked about Bernardo Silva. Basically, it looks like Bernardo Silva is staying now, doesn't he? He said, I don't want any players who don't want to be here. I want to work with guys who want to stay, but we need a proper offer. We didn't. And if they want him, they'll get on a plane and speak to our sporting director. Barcelona, by the way, they've just been piss takers. Like, you don't want people like that anymore, who are just hovering around like flies around excrement, looking for any kind of cast-offs. Like, no, come in and absolutely offer some money, you know? Offer some money. What's going on with... hello, who's in the chat, by the way? Who we got in the chat? We've got SC. Mark, you were right. Mark was right last season. He said we'll win the rest of them. Mark called it and he was right. MCFC, we got Edward Porter, we got Matt Wolfenden, we got Gaza, Sufian, Pumler, we got Ashley, Nadir, Orion. Good to see you. Good to see you all. I'm looking forward to today, by the way. I'm really looking forward to it. Like, I want some football back. I enjoy the transfer chat, but eventually I want just like, I want a bit of meatiness. My honest opinion, by the way, is it could be a difficult game today, but that's fine. It is a Community Shield. City don't always play the best in the Community Shield, and it doesn't usually matter. Anyway, back to the quotes. He talked about Bernardo and Silva saying it takes over 50 million to replace them. You know? He did mention Declan Rice saying he chose Arsenal. All the best. He's an important player. Very nice guy. For England will be important. For Arsenal, what an incredible player. So there we go. They did get him. He did choose them. Fair play. He was talking about Juan Malilo coming back as well. I said he's the best you can have in the bad moments. People close to you turn up in bad moments. Beyond his knowledge of football, he's a massive human being. I'm really happy he came back. All the staff were delighted to have him back. Yeah, I mean, it is good. It's always good to have like new faces. I know he's not a new face, but like every year you do need, you know, you do need a sort of a change of a scenery, so to speak. You need new people to come in. And Lilo, of course, Pep loves him. The players trust him. It's only good news. Good morning, Keeper Tim, and good morning, Adrian, your mate Ben. Hello, Ben. Oh, don't you dare, Ashley. Ashley had a dream about Haaland getting injured. Mate, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Anyway, we've got Alvarez, so the worst thing would be that we have a 30-goal Argentinian striker instead, you know. Pep then talked about the challenge. He said the challenge is to still be hungry. We might have more dips this season, but we have to react as we go forward. The challenge is massive for us mentally and how we grow as a football team. How we grow as a team football-wise to stay in that level. It's almost impossible, but the challenge is that. It is that indeed. He didn't have lots to say of note in general. You know, he didn't have lots to say of note. But either way, he's right to say that the difficult thing this season will be getting going again, basically, because we know how difficult it is to get going. Arsenal, for example, got the fixtures there. I'll talk about them in a minute. They're motivated by their failures. You know, are we motivated by everyone saying we'll drop off? Is that how City get going this season? Does Gvardiol look him in the eyes and go, everyone thinks you're going to fail because you've done it all? Are you going to just sit back and rest on your laurels? Are you going to come out again and prove the world just how good you are? Because the true great teams, they do go again. They do go again. And to be fair to the City team, they have done. You know, they've won 5 out of the last 6 Premier League titles. They've gone again and again and again because they are true winners. So, like, what's to say? I think there's been this presumption that because we've done the Champions League now and done the treble, that'll be it. They'll finally drop off. But why? You know, they've proven so many times now that this is a side that understands, you know, the magnitude of what they're doing, and they're not bored of it, and they have the hunger to keep going again. And look, as Matt just said in the chat as well, 4 in a row is history. That is literally history. It's not been done. Can they do that? They absolutely can. And as PL said as well, if there's one manager that can motivate treble winners in the chat, it's Pep. Pep can do it, and he has that hunger still. There was a really interesting quote today, by the way, from Pep, actually. Let me go back to the quotes. Where was it? He hinted about the idea of potentially staying. Let me find it. He talked about... oh, here we go. These are the more quotes, actually. He said, we have to think about how to beat Arsenal. Always we are focused every season on what we can do better and play better than we did against Inter. This is a challenge, no more than that. He talked about Foden, by the way, and he said he can play 5 positions. Striker, I think he means false 9 there. Left wing, right wing, middle. In the middle, he needs to be more careful and more time to understand defensively, but he can do something special. It's massively important. Maybe he'll play more in that position. I think he'll play there. He does need to calm down a little bit. I know what he means. Like, he needs, like, the pause, as Guardiola calls it. Pick and choose when to spin and make things happen. He forces it a little bit. I mean, it might be City Report who have... it might be City Report who have those quotes. So let me go find... it is them, yeah. What did he say? He said... Where the quote's gone. He said, let me find it. He said, I signed another contract for 2 years because I feel comfortable and nothing has changed. I just got out of the shower, can you tell, by the way? Scruffy little boy. Nothing has changed. I want to defend what we won, and maybe at the end of the season, if I'm tired, we will talk with the club, or maybe we'll extend more. Extend more. Go on, Pep, man. Extend more. You know you want to, man. Guys, let's get the likes up, by the way. Please do hit the like button. It would be massively appreciated. Let's get to 100 likes on the channel. Imagine Pep extended. I don't think it's ruled out, you know. I think he could do the 10 years, you know. I honestly think he could do the 10 years. I think he'll look at it and go, I want to, even if it's just another year extension, I want to do a decade at Manchester City. He's already been here for so long now, since 2016. It's crazy. It'll be, like, at what point, by the way, does Guardiola's, I'm going to tweet this, actually, because I want to know what everyone else thinks. Random thought for everyone. At what point does Pep become first and foremost, if he isn't already? I want to know what everyone thinks about this. Known for being known as the City guy as opposed to the Barca guy. You know what I mean by that? I want to know what everyone thinks about that. Like, do people think about City first or Barca first? I genuinely think 10 years we might do that. I'm genuinely curious what people think. Like, is he there already? Maybe is he there already? I think he could be. I think he could be. Anyway, the treble belongs to us. Like that, he said there, Pep. In our hearts and memories forever. It was incredible. Why should we stop and let's go? Exactly. Do it again, man. Like, have those weekends again. I mean, look at the incentive for a piss up. Why not? Just do it again. Have a massive weekend like Grealish did. Guardiola said we are closer to not repeating the treble than winning the treble. We are closest to not winning the Premier League than winning the league. No team has ever won 4 in a row. Basically, what he's saying is we've got right at the start again. Nothing is guaranteed. We have to go again. He also likes that they're not going to ask him about Champions League. The first Champions League game, they're not going to ask me about winning it. It was a good summer. Exactly, mate. You got harassed for that, didn't he? I like this extra quote about Foden, by the way. He said he has something special in that position. The quality of the one-on-one, one against one, arriving in the box, the sense of goal. Gundogan leaving, maybe he can play more in that position. We will see. That's interesting. I do think Pep's going to try and get him closer to goal. Absolutely, I think he will do. But anyway, what do we all make of Arsenal? What do we all make of Arsenal this season? Because, to me, I reckon Arsenal are going to be really up for it this year. Will they actually improve though as much? Have they improved much? Let's have a look at some of their fixtures the other day. Obviously, they beat Barca the other day, 5-3. This is how they lined up. Ramsdale, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel. Timber, of course, their new signing. Odegaard, Kai Havertz, a new signing, scored the other day as well. And Thomas Partey, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus, Trossard. Looks like Partey's saving for them. Obviously, horrific human being, but a very good footballer. And you got that bench looks strong. I mean, we talk about depth: Tierney, Smith Rowe, Martinelli, Nketiah, Kivor, Holding, Jorginho, Vieira. Tomiyasu, Marquinhos. They haven't got even Declan Rice on that bench either. Like, how did they play against Monaco? It was 1-1 that game. That's how they played that day. They played Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Saliba, Kivor, Timber, Thomas and Declan Rice, then Vieira, Sifra, Martinelli, Nketiah. They've got so much strength in depth now. They really can't. They can't argue it anymore, to be honest. They really have got a lot of strength in depth. And obviously, we know they're going to play. They're probably going to play a lineup of. They're going to have to David Raya too, aren't they? Like they're looking much better. But as in terms of depth, but are they going to fully get there? Like Declan Rice is a cracking player. Declan Rice is a cracking player, but they haven't he's still got a lot to prove, I would argue, and I mean that in the best possible sense. He does have a lot to prove. He hasn't done it at a high level. He hasn't done it at the highest level yet, and I've still wanted him at Manchester City. But he hasn't, there's still an awful lot for him to prove. So can he receive the ball as well as a Rodri? Probably not, So you still will be, you're still pressing basically. Like when you look at their team though, I mean it is a smart team that they got. They didn't lose to United, by the way, though. Of course, they will point to the fact it's early on in the season. Kai Havertz, I don't think it really improves them. Really, he's just another number. I don't think Kai Havertz makes them a better side. I think he's a smart player, Kai Havertz, but does he make him a better side? No, not really. And they still do have Gabriel Jesus, who's still going to miss big chances every now. Like Martinelli and Saka are cracking wingers, Declan Rice will probably sit they've lost Xhaka, who I think is a really smart player. I actually really rated Xhaka. I think he's got an awful lot going for him. They could play, Odegaard, Partey, Declan Rice. Maybe they'll play Havertz as a midfielder. He looks like he's going to be a midfielder for them. Smith Rowe might play a lot more. Jorginho, of course, they've got a lot of depth, to be fair to now. They really do. Timber's playing a lot of left back. I thought Timber was a centre back. Am I right there? He's playing at left back a lot there. Is he left footed, Timber? I don't actually know. Someone will tell me. Timber is obviously good squad depth for what I know about him. I know he's a ball playing centre back from Ajax. He's right footed. I thought he was right footed. I was so confused by that. But I am, I did think he was Justin Timber. Yeah, he can play all three. Okay, fair enough. Maybe he's playing inverted. I did think he was a right-footed centre-back. A Feyenoord was it at? No, he's at Ajax. He was at Ajax, yeah. So That's why I'm surprised he's been playing left in pre-season. Trossard is I really like Trossard, by the way. He's been a cracking signing for them, hasn't he? He's a really smart signing. Havertz will score some goals, but I still think City are a better side. I mean, let's go to the lineup here. Let's try and predict this 11. I don't think Gvardiol's going to be involved, unfortunately. But then you look at the team. It'll be Ederson in goal. We're going to see, I reckon, pretty much what you'd expect. Do you think Walker will play? Do you think Kyle Walker will play? I think it's going to be this either way. It's going to be... I think Walker will play. I think Kyle Walker will play instead of Akanji. I think it'll be that. And then I think there'll be Rodri here. We know... I don't think De Bruyne is going to play. I think Bernardo will play. I think that'll be Grealish out wide here. I think Kovacic will play. I think De Bruyne will be on the bench. Haaland will definitely start. That'll be... Who's going to be on the right? I think Bernardo might be on the right, with Foden. And Kovacic. I think De Bruyne might be on the bench. I think it'll be something like this, the team. It could be that De Bruyne is fit. Bernardo, put Bernardo twice there. Maybe Bernardo plays there and Foden goes on the right. Or maybe Foden plays through the middle. It'll be relatively fluid, I reckon. Oh, sorry, you can't see the formation on screen. My bad, let me drag it up. There we go. Something like that. I think it'll be something like this today. I mean, that's still a really strong team. Martinelli's played. That's a good point, actually. Pep will take it seriously as well. No, I mean, I know he does play second choice usually, but I think in this instance, I think he'll want to get Ederson some game time. I think it might be something like this. I mean, it's a really strong team, isn't it? I mean, it could be that De Bruyne plays. It'll be something. Obviously, Stones will come forward like that. It'll be that basically. I think it'll be basically that team. Kev looks fine. He looks fit in training. We all know how much he hates Arsenal, so we'll see. It could be that Kev turns up and just bags a brace as usual, gets his assist. 5 goals and assists against Arsenal last season, by the way. Stupid stuff. I don't know. I reckon he'll be up for this, Pep, and I think he'll be up for it as well. De Bruyne, if he does get on. Gvardiol, I reckon, will be in the stands watching this. He'll be available for Burnley, absolutely. I don't think he'll start against Burnley, but we will see. My prediction, by the way, is that this could be a really difficult game. I've made my peace of it. I'm absolutely relaxed. I don't know if we'll win this. I think we could do. Do I expect we will? I don't know. Am I overly concerned? Probably not. I know that sounds mad, but it's just going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult to see how City react to Arsenal's hunger, and Arsenal will try and start the season aggressively. But I want City to as well, because I do think over the past few years, Cancelo, I can't see starting this game, by the way. Cancelo, I know City are trying to move Cancelo on, and likewise Laporte, so I think he'll be on the bench personally. But I know I know City don't usually start Community Shield very well, but Pep has made it more important tournament these days. There's a lot to be said for it. Arsenal, I don't know why they're even in this tag, given the fact that they didn't win anything last year. Probably should be United. But they are there, as a team in second. They're a very good side. They've got an awful lot to prove, and I think City will be more cautious about them in this game than in particular. But we'll see. I'm going to go for anyway. I'm going for a penalty shootout, I reckon. I'll say a draw. A 1-1 draw and a penalty shootout. Something like that, I reckon. We could also see Oscar Bob could be involved. Maybe Palmer and McAtee. We could see... I want to see how Kovacic gets on as well. Kovacic, I think he's going to get forward a fair bit. I think Kovacic will be told to do that kind of very Gundogan kind of role where he gets forward down there. Bernardo and Foden will probably switch a little bit to have something a bit different with these two here. Rodri and Stones, obviously, offering so much going forward as well as defensively. It'll be something like this, I reckon. De Bruyne could come on in the second half. We could see Cancelo get a little bit. I don't know how it'll go, but I'm going to go for 1-1 then penalties. And after that, I think City will win a penalty shootout. I hope we win it, by the way. I do actually want to win it. I know Jack Grealish does as well. I've got a feeling it could be a tense game. We will see. But guys, anyway, I will be live at 3:30 with the watch on. For now, though, I'm going to enjoy a few hours with the family. before we watch the treble winners back in action. Thank you for watching this video. Go and watch the games from my content from yesterday, of course. I did loads of videos yesterday. I did obviously analysis on Josko Gvardiol. Go and watch that. It's a good video. I promise you. We got a new man. Catch you all later. City won the treble. And bye bye.